FM 100 ICRT. The mysterious Dizzy Dizzo is here now. Who is she? Like I said, I'm sure some of you know already, but maybe you don't. And we will slowly reveal the answer on the air. So, in our hour of power, with all the great hip-hop and dance music that we have, her latest goes well with that Florida and Pitbull song, Can't Believe It. In the mix right now, this is Dizzy Dizzo with her latest and an English EP that is out now. Won't Hold Back here on ICRT FM 100. Do you want to just say hello? Just say hello, that's all.
Hey guys.
There you go. There's Dizzy. We'll have her talk more after this song here on ICRT. FM 100 ICRT. Whoa. Now, if I had not told you who that was, you'd think, okay, yeah, here's another R&B artist that comes from maybe Los Angeles, maybe from New York, from somewhere in the U.S., releasing a new single. In fact, there's been a surge of R&B female artists in the last probably 4 to 6 months. And maybe our special artists have noticed that too. And now she's back in our FM studio. She's been here several times already. She's been releasing records since 2005. I think it was 4 Mandarin albums already. This will be the 5th effort, and entirely in English. Still, I'm going to introduce her as Dizzy Dizzo. Welcome to the show.
Hey Joseph, hey guys, everybody. I'm Dizzo.
Okay, Dizzy Dizzo. Would you rather keep that disclosed, like who you really are, and not let people connect the dots, or it doesn't really matter?
Of course not. I mean, it's just that this name really fit this EP especially, and I felt like my original name, Dominique, should be singing something more classical or something, you know?
Oh, she said it. Dominique, it is.
It's so serious, you know? But
actually, Dominique is not too bad of a standard name.
No, it's a great name.
It's a great name.
I love Dominique. But like for this album, I think Dizzy Dizzo is something. It's like a nickname that I've had since I was working with my producers.
Okay.
And they used to be like, oh, you know how like they always make names like Dizzy Dizzo,
right?
You know, so I kind of used it as my Instagram name, and I was like, well, you know, why not?
Exactly. Dominique, a.k.a. Cai Si-yun. That's who she is.
Yes, that is who I am.
And for those who've worked with her, of course, you know, like you said, you know, this is a nickname that has been with you for a little while. It's nothing that you just created for this EP. But it's more of a... I mean, the name itself is kind of a rap name.
Yeah, it is. It is a rap name. Actually, you know what? One of my really good friends, you know Jeff Huang.
Oh, yes,
Mashi Dage.
Yeah.
He called me last night, and he was like, Dom, you changed your name.
Right.
It sounds so ghetto.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word, ghetto.
I was like, it ain't ghetto. But, you know, it fits well. And he's like, you know what? Whatever, dude. You changed your name. Songs sound great, you know? And I said... Well, honestly, yeah, it is more like a rap name, but it's more like a brand name.
Okay.
I felt like it's more like a brand name.
Okay.
It's like a way that I really want to market myself now, you know.
Okay.
I've been learning like a little bit of DJ with some friends and...
Oh, have you? Really?
Yeah,
okay.
and everything. So, you know, we were actually talking about like building up a brand because like I feel like that's actually more important nowadays. And, you know, and along with making great music. So, you know, I thought DD was good, like Dizzy Dizzo, you know.
The shizzle nizzle kind of thing, right?
D-I-Z-Z-O.
But now that you mentioned that, you're right. You know, when it's attached to music, of course, it's got that ghetto-ness to it, and it sounds like a rapper name.
It ain't ghetto.
But now that you said, okay, if you have any future connections with any other things that you might get involved, fashion, for instance, that actually sounds like a good brand name, actually, Dizzy Dizzo.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It's
it kind of rings
right?
quickly,
Dizzy
yeah.
Dizzo.
Yeah.
D-I-Z-Z-O.
But speaking of rapper names, I know a lot of people like to find out if they were to have a rapper name, what would it be? And I actually went online, and I was writing this down because I'm running low on my cell phone right now, my battery.
Did you find a rapper name?
But you actually have a rapper name from this rap generator that came out, and I thought it would be nice, too. One is called, using Thai, because your last name starts with a T, so it came out Dommy T. Dommy T.
I'm not sure about that, Joseph.
Okay.
Like Dommy T.
I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Almost sounds like Tommy Hilfiger. Like.
And then there's another one without your last name involved, just Dominique, and they attach a lot of adjectives and whatnot to it. You become Sling Sugar D Soup.
Wow,
that's a little too
Sugar D Soup.
Swoop. Yeah, SWOOP.
That is so.
That's a little too wordy, I think.
Swing. Wait, what was it?
Sling Sugar.
Sling Sugars.
D Swoop.
D Swoop.
Or just D Swoop, I guess.
D Swoop.
Yeah, D Swoop.
Wow. What about yours? Did
Mine?
you search yours?
Yeah, J Swag or something like that.
J Swag?
Yeah, J Swag.
That's all right.
J Swag.
That's all right. That's better than the ones that mine came out.
Yeah. J is easy. A lot of, I think, use just J. The letter J kind of stands out, and then just attach something that sounds ghetto, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, Dizzy Dizzo decided to take her music into a different, area here, and something that you're very familiar with, of course, not just English, but also this genre of music, right? Even though, generally speaking, we can call it R&B, but you've used a lot of specifics here. You got trap going on. You got acid stuff going on. What induced you to? Have you been thinking about this for a little while?
Well, I haven't dropped an album for like about 2 years, and in this time, I've been thinking about what I want to do, and I felt like, for my previous Chinese albums, I love them, but it's just not. It hasn't really kind of shown who I really am, like my real personality. Like I like to go out, like I like, all this stuff, and this is really who I am, and I relate to English much more, So when I did this EP, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about translating all the songs into Chinese. I did think about it.
Okay.
But then when it came out with like Down With Me, I was just like, this is just so freaking cool. I was I don't really want to translate it, because there's actually no way that I could translate that line into Chinese, into Mandarin.
It's always going to be lost in translation. And
it would.
When it comes to music, every country has their own style or whatever that is kind of dictated by the language.
Exactly.
And it should be more normal this way.
Exactly. So while I was figuring that out, I was like, well, I haven't seen my fans for like a really long time. So I said, well, you know what? Here's an English one.
Right.
While I'm still thinking about my Chinese album,
Right.
So I did it.
But not to strip away what you've done already. Even though that may not be as close to you, but you have developed your own personality, kind of, like a life of an actor or an actress, right? He or she may not portray something that is really him or her on the big screen, but it's a chance for you to live that. And so for the last, 8 years, 9 years now?
Yeah.
Even though that may not be as close as this, it certainly gave you an opportunity to really live something that you've never had before. I don't know if it's that big, but I feel that might be the case.
Yeah, but I think there's always something missing when I did my previous albums, I think for myself and also people that really know me.
I was going to mention that too.
Yeah,
yes.
they always just were like, dude, there's something missing in your music. Like, I don't know what it is, or is it like the language, or is it something else? But there's something missing. When this came out, all my friends, they were just like, that's just so you.
Exactly. And that's where I'm leading this towards too, actually, because, you came from Australia. You grew up in Australia. And I'm from the U.S., and it's not entirely the same, but at least the process of coming back and whatnot, and having two different cultures is similar.
Yeah.
And I would totally understand now with this album, and I'm not from Australia, but I can connect with this music quickly, quick that it's so amazing that I'm sure a lot of your friends who've known you for years are so excited about this.
Yeah, they're super excited about it. I was excited about it when it came out, and I'm never going to stop singing Chinese, because because
Right.
I'm never gonna forget who I came out as. I think that right now I'm just trying to find that perfect sound for me with singing Mandarin songs, which is really difficult for me because I mean Mandarin's like my third. Well, actually, it's my second language, but you know, a different dialect. It's my third dialect. Like I spoke Cantonese first.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so-
okay. Right.
so,
Right.
you know, it's
trying to
a
figure out
little-
what that third was.
Yeah, no, it's a little third
Like,
because it's all, yeah, it's all Chinese, but it's
Yeah.
different dialect.
Yes.
So it's really harder for me to, I guess, pronounce the words, sing it like the way really good Mandarin artists sing it, you know, like, and then I just felt like, well, you know what, like, the market's so, you know, like, pop industry is not very happening right now. Yeah, I know, sadly. But like, you know, you need different kinds of music. You know, you can't always have, like, I love pop ballads. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Mandarin pop.
Of course.
But, like, there needs to be, you know, other stuff. Like, there needs to be a little bit of hip-hop, underground hip-hop, which, like, all these underground hip-hop artists are coming up, which I'm really happy about.
Yes.
There needs to be a little bit of house, a little bit of electro, a little bit of, like, rock, a little bit of punk rock, like, everything, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like, I wanted to do something that was, like, more me, like, you know, kind of, like, hip-hop, trap, rip, R&B, like, a little bit of, like, house all intertwined.
Well, you did it. You did it in 5 tracks, and you can do it more, actually. And I'm sure you're probably planning on that.
Yes, I am.
Which we'll get to in just a bit. Let's take a short break right here. But having, you know, people around you, your friends, loving it is one thing. And then I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you actually invested quite a bit into this project here. I mean,
I
not
invested
just-
timing.
yeah, a lot of time, and also a lot of people that you pulled in to
Yeah,
make this happen, is what I
exactly.
mean. And of course, there's always the concern of whether the market can accept it or not.
Yeah.
As serious as the subject as that is, but let's just kind of touch on it a little bit and see what your thoughts are after the break. And more music from this EP, of course.
Okay, cool.
Again, Dizzy Dizzo, or Dominique, is who she really is, right here on ICRT. FM 100 ICRT. First it was Won't Hold Back, and now this is called Say You Love Me here on FM 100 ICRT. A very seducing song, very seductive, just like maybe her personality. We're finding the more, you know, real, if you will, Dominique right here through her, you want to call it a nickname, or through her alter ego? Dizzy Dizzo. That's who we're talking to, as she just released her brand new EP entirely in English. And of course, again, this, you know, gives her a different connection, and maybe a connection that she's more familiar with her friends and fans out there. But like I said before the break, I mean, and I really hope, and you know, don't get me wrong here. I think English songs by Mandarin or Asian artists actually have a place in its market, and does pretty well. But I guess you just got to present it in a certain way, because you have, you know, like artists like Olivia Ung, for instance, you know, or Joanna Wong, you know, and Joanna Wong is very experimental with her English stuff, and she dares to do it. And, you know, sure, I mean, there are certain, you know, Mandarin albums that may have a better, you know, chance of securing, you know, more albums sold, but nevertheless, it still made a splash. So, did that ever really cross your mind, worried about that?
Yeah, of course, at some point, you know, everyone will remind you. Like, there's always people, like, everybody, every day reminding you, like, yeah, but you're making music for Taiwan Sichang. And I said, well, you know what? I was like, there's so many people that listen to Western music here, and I was like, I really want to make something for myself this time.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I was like, I want to make something that I can put on my playlist, you know, that my own tracks, and that I would give it to people full on, like 100% confident that this is my sound, you know? So I was like, I really want to do that. And then I just kind of ignored everybody. I don't know if I should have, but, you know.
Takes guts, but at the same time.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's a brave move to do, you know,
Right.
because I really came out, I changed my name, and I did a full English album, like, completely different image. Everyone was like, why is she doing this? And I saw in some blogs, like, overseas, like people who actually spoke English was like, I don't know why she did that. Like she would have had the same effect with like, her original name. But like, I think that it was just like a main brand kind of thing. And, and everyone's like, but aren't you scared of like your fans not knowing who you are? I was like, no, like my fans are real to me. Like they would figure out who I am and they'll still remember me as Cai Shiyun. Sure. And then also, love me as Dizzy Dizzo too, so like Cai Shiyun can be the girl who sings Chinese songs and Chinese ballads, like the ways that I used to sing and the stuff that I used to write. And Dizzy Dizzo could be like, this thing that I like doing for, these English songs, like, the more like kind of rougher stuff or like the, fresher sound.
Yeah.
The stuff that's, really more me, honestly.
No, very well done, actually. And, like we've been saying, it could be a bold step, but at the same time, I think you're already in the field for such a long time, and what you've done and where you can go next. And so, kudos to you, really. It's a good step. And rest assured, because, your sound is just so matching to ICRT, that your songs, these 5 tracks that we have in our database, is going to stay in there for a long time, maybe even longer than I'm here at ICRT.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
No, seriously, I mean, because we're an English radio station, so we certainly, we promote any sort of music here, but certainly when we have artists from Taiwan that have English songs, and it can be anyone from, Wei Lian to, from Singapore, Tanya, or whatever, we have their music in there, and we play it from time to time because it just fits so well, so you got that at least.
Oh, that's amazing. That's all I need.
Oh.
ICRT to play my music.
Thank you, Dom. And, or Dizzy Dizzo. Are you afraid that people are like, oh, Dizzy, how yun xuan, no?
No, not really. Like, I mean, people kind of normally just call me D or Dizzo, kind of thing. Dizzy was just like it was more like a rhyming thing, It just sounds, it just flows better, Dizzy Dizzo, It's just, if I come out with just Dizzo, it's like, it's so manly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's way just like rapper coming out, Dizzy Dizzo's kind of like cute at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, or you can have more evolutions of it, like, Puff Daddy went through Puff Daddy and then P Diddy and then Diddy.
It might become like D Dizzo next time or something, or DD.
On the watch out for that. Now, on this album, there's also a track where Nick, Zhou Tanghao, joins you. And
Nick the Real.
Yeah, Nick the Real.
My good buddy. He's amazing.
And I gotta tell you, man, I mean, you're already sounding so fresh and great on your track, but his rapping, and you have come out publicly and said this, I suppose, that, his tongue is amazing.
I don't believe I said that.
Or he raps really well.
He does rap really well. I did say that. I think he's like one of the best here.
Definitely.
And he's amazing. If you guys don't know, like, Nick actually makes his own music as well. He arranges, he like produces.
Yes.
He's really, really, really good at what he does.
Yes.
Other than, the stuff that you see him doing.
Right.
And, I don't believe I said that his tongue was, like, amazing. I believe that was, like, what the press kind of, like, twisted my words around, But, like, I ain't sure. I have to ask, like, some of Nick's, other girls, like, not me, but...
Well, you're just, putting it out of context. I mean, if you rap well, you have a good tongue. I mean, you have a very flexible tongue. I mean,
he raps
there's
really
some truth to that. There is some truth to that.
It's there now.
Yeah, I'll back him up. Because
you guys all got that stuff down.
Yeah. Nick is a good buddy too. And actually, when I heard him on this track, I said, "Whoa, he didn't sound like someone that I knew because he really raps so well that he again sounds like someone that is just from the ghetto." If you will. And we're gonna play.
He's got that really good distorted kind of sound. He's got like a special distortion in his rap.
Yeah. And it was him that, I mean, he used to live in Hollywood, I think, or somewhere downtown. Like,
yeah, he did.
He did, right? In this like rundown apartment. And so he's got that culture.
He's really awesome, dude.
But on this track, to ensure the originality of the song, I've decided to play the unedited, non-radio edit here on the air, although there is a radio edit.
There is a radio edit. Is that what we call it nowadays?
Yeah, radio edit.
Radio edit.
Yeah,
there's
family friendly, if you will.
Okay, yeah, there is a friendly version.
But, I just want to...
You're going to be unfriendly, though.
Yeah, I want to keep it original and let us kind of beep out what is not supposed to be on the air ourselves. Check it out. Here is Dizzy Dizzo, along with Nick, and it's Down With Me on ICRT. We'll be coming back on the air in about a minute and 12 seconds from now, okay?
I should've known that you can't handle it. It's so amazing, I was down with it. Down me like that, you down me. Tell me how you tell me like that. You can't love like that.
I'm still trying not to hold me back. Peace out if you're not cool with that. Can't love like this, but I want you back. No sound, it's like you were down like that. We're cool.
Okay. Nick, you badass. I was hoping Dizzy Dizzo come on the air and beep with me. I did it all by myself, didn't I?
Oh, I didn't know I was meant to beep. I thought you had like a button where you push it. It's like beep.
No,
you actually said it yourself. No, you were looking at me. I was like, wait, am I supposed to do that?
Where's her beep?
Beep. All right.
But, listen to Dominique or Dizzy right here. Dizzy Dizzo with that sound and Down on Me and getting into the groove and everything. This flows in your blood. This totally does.
I mean, it's like pretty much like the kind of music that I grew up with,
Yeah.
And it's like type of music that I my friends are kind of like that, and I've grew up with people that listen to this kind of music. So, yeah, it's just kind of in me, I mean, you either got it in your soul or not.
You got to bring this back, to Australia or even to the U.S., man. I think they'll love it because there's been a surge of a lot of these female R&B artists now, coming out with new music. We're just talking about it. Lord from New Zealand is one, but more specifically, Janae Aiko, for instance, and Tina Shea, all together, they're coming out with this sound. And
they're amazing.
Right in the mix.
They're amazing. I don't know if I'm like there yet, but one day I will,
You're in the mix. You're definitely in the mix.
Thank you, Joseph. You're too sweet.
No, I'm just being honest. Seriously. I mean, no one would be able to tell. This is actually Dominique. All right, we're going to come back with another song called Unrequited Love from Dizzy Dizzo. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the final few minutes of the show right here on The Jam. I'm Joseph Lin. This is ICRT FM. With us right now, our special guest, Dizzy Dizzo, Dominique Tai Siyun. We've been listening to several tracks from her latest self-titled album. And here's another one, and this could be a SAT word for some people.
Yeah.
Right?
When I first looked at it, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm back in high school. What does unrequited love mean? You know?
Unrequited love. It's kind of like unconditional love in a way.
One-sided, I think.
One-sided.
Or like, yeah. Pretty much. It could mean in this case it's just talking about like a one-sided like in any way, and it's talking about like how you waste like so much time on one person, but then you're also kind of just like a little bit fighting with yourself inside, internally,
kind of justifying it.
Yeah, a little bit,
right?
Yeah.
But it's good. I was going to tell you that with English songs, of course, if you care about the non-English community, of course you have songs like Say You Love Me, Down With Me. It's easy to understand and you can even sing along. And then it's also cool to have songs like this where it's so different, and this is very Western, if you will, Unrequited Love. So I like the sound of it, the title, and the music.
Thank you.
But quickly here, before we're running out of time, you're going to be performing at Mini Legacy coming up in just 2 weeks or so, I guess. Yeah?
Yes, on October 3rd. At doors open at 7. You can get your tickets on iBon or IndieBox, or if you need more information, you can go on my Facebook, or Instagram, Dizzy Dizzo.
Dizzy Dizzo in concert, Mini Legacy, October 3rd, Friday night, 7 p.m. And you'll be doing something special, too. Yeah,
it's actually a Dizzy Dizzo Unplugged. So
what we're hearing, Unplugged.
Yeah. So it's just like a live band. Everything's live. And, we're going to really do something different with it.
All right.
Different versions.
Have a lot of fun with it. And thank you for coming by,
Thanks
Dizzy
so
Dizzo.
much. Thank you.
Top of the hour news is up next. I'm Joseph Lin. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.